Last year, 268 signs were vandalized. This year, that number is already up to 36. Now, the county road and bridge has just 24 hours after a sign has been vandalized to put a new one back up. These machines spent over 11 hours printing on Monday, and they weren't done until after midnight. So first thing Tuesday morning, one of the employees had to pack them all up and drive to Kansas City to deliver these posters to Sprint by 10 a.m. The cougar cubs are 6 months old, and this cougar was born blind. He's about 90% blind, which means he can see some movements in bigger shapes. Every Great Bend police officer will be equipped with one of these body cameras. They're really easy to use. This battery pack can be slipped into their pocket, and this body camera is just clipped onto their shirt, and there's an on-off button right beneath it. This is Barton County's body cooler. It's kept at Bryant's mortuary, and it can fit one body. Now, the coroner can do some things with the body here, like draw blood, but he can't do a full autopsy.
We like to have a sense of humor here at Lucas, in case you haven't noticed.
That humor led to Lucas's Bold Plaza, a public restroom shaped like a giant sunken toilet.
Well, at first it was a little bit disgusting to some of our locals to think of, but now people drive by and don't even know it's a sunken toilet.
Inside of the restroom is just as eclectic and intricate as the outside, and all this detail took 4 years to complete.
Well, we're already pretty quirky or a little unusual here in Lucas, so why be the same thing? Let's make something weird. Make something that goes along with what we're doing here.
That something weird includes a sculpture of a dog drinking out of the toilet bowl.
Swirling water there in the center of the toilet. Of course, these are true items that people have told us they dropped into a toilet at some point in their life.
The mosaic art was all done by locals, and the town of 400 is excited for the recognition.
It was just a little off-center, but that's what we wanted to be.
It takes quite a leap of faith for a small community to step out and do something this exotic, and here we're just reaping the rewards over and over.
In Lucas, Molly Hadfield, KSN News.
This is our last-ditch effort because we don't have anything else to try.
Owen is 7 years old. He's had seizures for most of his life.
At one point, he was on 4 anticonvulsants, and he was vomiting for 3 months straight, and it sent him to the hospital.
Owen suffers from Dravet syndrome, a severe form of epilepsy, and medication can't control his seizures.
We have tried holistic treatments. We have tried oil therapy. We've tried everything we can, and we're now to the point where there's nothing else to try.
That's why they testified for medical marijuana in a hearing at the State House Wednesday, hoping that marijuana oil can control his seizures. His syndrome also hinders development. Owen used to be able to walk on his own and now sometimes can't even sit up. Owen is standing in his walker, and his parents are hoping that it'll help him develop some more strength so he can learn how to walk on his own again.
His development is a roller coaster. He loses skills, he gains skills slowly back, he loses them again. If we can control these seizures with him, he could start thriving, he could start saying words, he could start crawling.
Some of Owen's medications can be harmful, causing kidney, liver, and heart damage. All they want is to have their son healthy and his seizures under control.
He unfortunately looks like a little boy trapped in his own body, and you can see when you look into his eyes that he's in there just waiting to get out. And I'm just really excited to meet my son again.
In Odin, Molly Hadfield, KSN News.
I'd say the most surprising part is how serious the drugs were.
Fort Hays students are shocked that 7 of their peers were arrested. Sheriff's officials say that they were dealing drugs, including near the school's campus.
Well, it involved all over town, basically. Some of it was close to campus, and other places were in the city.
The sheriff's office says the arrests of those men were the result of a 5-month investigation involving marijuana, cocaine, LSD, prescription drugs, and mollies, a form of MDMA.
I was really surprised, honestly. I haven't really seen a whole lot of that going around, like major drugs.
I mean, marijuana, it's legal in Colorado and stuff like that, and a lot of Colorado kids come here and you expect that, but LSD and cocaine and stuff like that is pretty shocking.
The names of the 7 students who were arrested won't be released until formal charges are filed by the Ellis County attorney. The sheriff's office is still investigating, including the source of the drugs that they found in the investigation. For students, they're concerned about what the arrests mean for the school's reputation.
I guess it's kind of disappointing that, kind of gives Fort Hays a bad rap, and people kind of think it's a party school and stuff like that, and since I've been here, that's not the case.
In Hays, Molly Hadfield, KSN News.
It seems like that the damage is really getting more and more every year.
Roadside vandalism is a growing problem in Barton County.
The signs that we have here, some of them are ripped and some of them are shot, and next door we have a whole rack of signs that are damaged signs that 60–70% of them are all vandalism. So
last year, 268 signs were vandalized. This year, that number is already up to 36. Now, the county road and bridge has just 24 hours after a sign has been vandalized to put a new one back up.
If it doesn't slow down, we're going to catch up with last year's total.
Most of the signs are shot, so they can't be repaired, and that comes with a hefty price tag. A new stop sign costs $150, and it adds up. Last year, $40,000 was spent on replacing vandalized signs. The budget for replacing signs was only $30,000.
We do run short on that line, which we always have. We have to take that money out of another line item. So something else gets shorted because of the terrible vandalism that we're seeing.
Some of the damaged signs are recycled or donated, while signs with graffiti on them can be refurbished at half the cost of a new sign. But trying to find those responsible isn't easy, especially when the crimes happen in rural areas.
Sometimes they're in remote areas, and obviously law enforcement can't be in that one place, this is happening. So it's going to take a lot of eyes out there to see what's going on with it.
In Great Bend, Molly Hadfield, KSN News.
I think it's a great cause because we need to repay our veterans.
For Warren Vincent, he shows his support for our veterans one bag at a time. For 4 years, he's been scouring McPherson County looking for cans to recycle. Once a week, he drives to Hutch to sell them, donating the money to honor flights.
I get a little emotional sometimes. Sometimes when I'm driving back from here, I'll get some tears in my eyes because I know I'm doing the right thing.
There are around 400 pounds worth of aluminum cans in these bags, and Warren donates them once a week. He's been able to send 9 veterans on honor flights this year and 25 over the past 4 years.
I think we owe them to send them. And when they get on there, they turn 18 again. We're talking 80 and 90-year-old men and women that when they get on the flights, they act like they're 18 again with all the rest of the buddies and stuff.
Warren has been piling his bags full of cans in the back of a small truck for years. Now, thanks to donations, he'll be getting a trailer that'll make it easier for him.
It'd be a lot easier if he had a trailer with sides on it that he could just throw everything in there and bring a lot more at once. A lot less work on his part, and he already does a lot as it is.
Warren hopes to send 6 more veterans on honor flights this year.
It's just wonderful, the following we have.
In Hutchinson, Molly Hadfield, KSN News.